So this video is going to be about how I found out I was pregnant, how I told Rory, and um, how our parents found out. And yeah, so I really wasn't having any symptoms, no morning sickness or anything. I actually was only one day late when I found out what happened. I was coming up the stairs to come into my room, and I just got so out of breath on the stairs, and I remember thinking like, okay, this is out of control. I'm going to the gym first thing in the morning. Like, I'm not going to be this out of shape where I get out of breath coming up the stairs. And anyway, I got ready for bed and everything, and I was laying in bed, and then I remember I was supposed to start my period the day before, and I was like, oh, I wonder if I'm pregnant. And I was like, well, I'll take a test in the morning. I know I'm not, because we weren't expecting to be, but I was like, I'll just take a test so that I know I'm not, and then I'll go to the gym. And so the next morning I took a test, and I have it, and clearly I was. And so initially I was so shocked just because I wasn't expecting it at all, but it was a good shock. I was so excited and so ready to tell Rory. So I called him right away, and he didn't answer, luckily, because obviously, I didn't want to tell him over the phone. And so I wasn't planning on going to San Diego that weekend, but I decided that I was going to surprise him. So that weekend, I went down to San Diego. Oh, and I took the test on November 27th. And so, anyway, that weekend, it was November 30th, I think. I think it was November 30th. And I went down, and Rory was at work when I got there. And I filled our living room with pink and blue balloons. And I have a picture of that somewhere. I don't know if you'll really be able to see, but that's our living room with pink and blue balloons all over it. And so I filled our living room with the pink and blue balloons and waited for him to get off of work. And he got home, and he didn't really understand what the balloon surprise was. Like, he thought it was just part of the surprise that I was there, since he didn't know I was coming. And so luckily I did think like, oh my gosh, what if he doesn't get it? So I had the test in my pocket just in case I had to pull it out, which I did have to. And when I did, he was really excited, and yeah, it was like, he said it was the best surprise ever. So yeah, it was special. I don't know. And so that was how I told him. And I did get it on video. I don't know if I'm gonna post it or not. I might. We'll see. So yeah, that was that. And telling our parents, we were planning on waiting until Christmas. I had it all planned out. We were going to make a stocking for baby and just hang it up with all of the other stockings, and then just, wait for them to be distributed, and then for someone to be like, oh, whose is this one? Or for someone to get it. And so that was the plan. I thought it was going to be cute. But it didn't end up happening that way, unfortunately. I had told my sister about that I was pregnant and everything, but she wasn't telling like the family or anything like that. But I was texting her about it one morning, and somehow I accidentally texted my mom instead. So my mom came home that night and asked me about it, and so I had to tell her. So I had to tell my parents before Christmas, and then we were still planning on waiting and surprising Rory's family for Christmas, but my parents didn't want to keep it a secret. They wanted it to be public because they were really excited and wanted to tell everybody. So then we ended up just telling Rory's parents right away also. But yeah, so that's the story of how I found out and told everybody. And then, like I said, I might post the video of me telling Rory, but I'm not sure yet. So yeah, that's it. Bye.